Alright, here's how I would do EG1 for gratitude. We're in the key of B, and we are starting with some slide stuff, which is going to start around this B shape up here, kind of the A up there, and then it's going to end at the kind of an octave down, the A shape B inversion down here. At least how I play it, that's how I would do. So slide, middle pickup position, plenty of reverb, some compression. General rule for me that has worked pretty well is just kind of one level more of drive when playing slide than what you think. That starts kind of up here, and so we're playing just the B and D strings. You can either fade this in with, it's certainly easier if you have a volume pedal. I do not, so I'm using the volume knob to swell it in. It's a little bit tougher to get the timing down that way, but it's close enough. But so you're going to swell in with the G and B strings first. Let me get my settings right here, so you'll get the. And sorry, since the mic's on, you'll hear the attack, which you wouldn't normally. But I'll turn it off. There you go. So you kind of get the idea there. So you're on the B and D strings first, swelling in. You come down one step, then you're here to the root on the B. That takes care of the first part. Leave the settings the same, and then, like I said, come down to this B inversion, and I just start on the D string here. I'm sorry, the G string down here. Getting a root note, then I come down to a 6 on the string below on a D. And then I kind of liked how sliding from a 5 note to a 7 note felt. Except getting the... And then you're ending with a 4 chord, which is an E, so I'm playing that on the D and G strings right here. That's the point where you can ditch your slide, and then you can move into the chorus, which is just some inversions. I'll turn off all the things for it. But basically here we're making use of the open B string here, and so you're playing this chord, which is generally a B shape, but we're just leaving the B string open for most of these shapes, just to let the B string ring since we're in the key anyway, so you get this guy. Real nice. So that's the, so I'll throw up my hands, and then praise you again and again. We're going here, leaving the B string open. And then we're going just below that, and if you want to mute the G string, you can play like a 1-finger chord here, and just go D, B, E. Or if you want to fret the G string down here, you'll just, it's redundant because you'll end up with a note you're already hitting. Either one, whichever one's easier for you to hit. And then you just bar for the minor. And then we're repeating the same shape we opened with, leaving the B string open, which makes it real easy when you turn back around to jump back up here. Throw my hands, praise you again and again. All that I have is a hallelujah, hallelujah. And then I like to end up here with this B inversion here, the 1-5-1, and I'd like to add this lower note just cause nice note to ring out on, and then you're out for, I don't know, a couple bars, and this is where you're gonna be for the next sec. Oh wait, effects wise for that chorus, I have an 8th note and then a super long reverb. Since you're just playing single downstrokes for the chords, it makes it nice and airy and atmospheric, so you get the... You can kind of chill there for a minute. It's a really similar setting for the, and that's a dotted eighth delay, just so you know. Really similar setting for the next one. The eighth note's just, or the dotted eighth's just a little more prevalent for the bridge. And basically for most of the rest of the song, you're around this inversion you just ended on, which is why I like to be here. And you're hitting these notes here. That's all you're doing, over and over and over and over and over. And you can hear that one kind of unfretting itself, unfretting. Yeah, so you got to be careful with that. For me, with the effects, it's not really a huge deal, but you can hear it with everything that's off. And so you're just in time with that, with the eighth note, or the dotted eighth note, which is, again, like I said, more prevalent this time. And so start your bridge pickup the whole time, and then you're just gain staging every time. So you first go and you're just... You'll do that 2 times around, then you'll gain up 1. For me, as soon as I start, the first one's pretty atmospheric, but as soon as I start gaining up, that's another kind of general rule I find myself living by, is gain up, gain, and then drop down reverb is kind of how I've been doing it. It just helps clarity for things. So as soon as I gain up, I go from that same delay, but to like a shorter reverb, so it cuts through better. So then you're up here and you're still hearing a little bit more of the repeats. And then when you hit the instrumental, it's just like all the gain. So just throw more gain on top of that, and then you're... And then the way we're doing it, we actually go back to a chorus kind of the way that it was before, but rather than pull out the slide again, I just stay around this inversion where we just were, and I just switch to swells here just for something a little bit different. So I throw up my hands, praise you again and again, and all that I have is a hallelujah. Back to the 1. It's not much, nothing else fit for a king. All that I have is a hallelujah, hallelujah. And then you're out for the little tag at the end. So hopefully that gives you a pretty good idea, and again lets you focus more on keeping your head where it should be and not so much in the parts. So hope that helps. Let me know if you got questions.